I had about 3 or 4 donks, and like I have a car, and around the 5th year, I get tired of looking at it, like, and I just want to get rid of it. First, I'm an only Chevy man. I only do Chevy. I don't drive nothing else. The 65, that's my favorite. Just came out here to show you those 65. The originals, I can keep it, you know what I mean? How long you been in the car game, Lance?
I've been in 20 years, man. 20 years shooting these cars.
Okay, I'm gonna show you something. This is what I try to stay away from. I personally, I try to stay away from trends. Meaning, like I remember in the 80s, we gonna say rim-wise, right? I remember it was the 30s and cuts. Then it was the 50s. Then it was the hammers. Then it was the 20s, then it was the 22s and 3s and so on and so on, right? Then after, okay, so that's just the rim, the tire side. Paint, it was regular base coat, clear coat. Then it was lacquer. Then it was bowling ball. It was candy. And candy the one that stood the test of time. Right? But then you had all the airbrushes. Remember all the little cartoon characters on the trunk?
Man, I remember, man.
And then the people stopped painting cars. Then they would start wrapping it. They ain't even paint, they just wrap the car. So anyway, when I do the car, I try to stay away from that because I don't want to keep doing that stuff. Where I do my car, I don't want to have to change it because something done went out of style. Like I want to leave the shit like that forever until I personally get tired of looking at it, and then I change it. But anyway, I said all that to say, this is what I came up with. It's not certain cars, not this, I can get my money back, right? Certain cars, when you fix them up, I ain't gonna say certain, I'm gonna say most cars. A donk, you ain't gonna get your money back. Like for instance, the racing donks, you know, it's the big motor, big brakes, the transmission, the gears, the rear end. Like the money that you put into it, when you sell it, you would never get that money back, ever. I had about 3 donks in the 70s. I had about 3 or 4 donks, and like I have a car, and around the 5th year, I get tired of looking at it, like, and I just want to get rid of it. And because I like fixing them up, like I like getting, yeah, you know what I mean? I like coming up with colors. Everybody that's in the car game tell you, I know you hear about the sleepless nights, all that losing sleep, because you be so hype on what you want to do, you know what I mean? But and they steady coming out with new stuff. So, but this is the only car that I don't get tired of looking at. Like,
so you love this one?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just keep it. Like, for me, for my taste, I try to stay away from donks because it's first anybody in the old car game, our main goal, our number one goal is to just stand out. We don't want our car to look like the next man's car. But to me, when the donks, it's too hard to do something to it that'll be classy, that'll be stock. Like, you can't even really keep a dunk stock and enjoy the originality of the car. Like, when you get a dunk, you almost have to do something. So for all the dunks I see 100 dunks. And when I see all of these dunks, the only thing I see is it's the same car with a different color or the different size wheel. Remember the Oakwood steering wheels? Real nice steering wheel, nice as hell. I threw my goddamn steering wheel away, putting that oak shit on there, and when the oak shit went out of style, I ain't even have my wheel no more. And so it was doing shit like that that made me learn on how to just respect the car. Like how to do something that I can't undo. Like if I can't undo it, I don't want to do it. Like, I'm gonna show you something that I want to do bad, right? But I ain't doing it. I want some 24 deep dish machine rims on my car, right? I want the wide lips. But for me to do that, I gotta change my rear end. I got to tub the trunk out, and it's too much to do just for that look. So I just stay away from it. I want to do it, but I just ain't doing it. But it's something I want to do, but it's gonna be too much work to do that. And then if I get tired of looking at it like that, it'll be too much to change it back. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Check this out. Now, music came a long way from when we first started doing it. But this is a story of disrespecting the car. Years ago, because we first started putting music in the car. Years ago, what we used to do was cut the whole back seat out of all the metal that was in the back seat. We cut the whole back seat out of the car. And our mom and dad used to tell us, man, why y'all doing that to that car? And we don't want to hear that shit. Like, man, you old. You don't know what you talking about. And we cut the fucking car up into pieces, and now we ain't got no back seat. And we got a piece of plywood that is your back seat now. And anybody that get in your back seat, they got that damn plywood poking their ass in the back, and the speakers, they breaking your speakers. But that's how music in the car first started off. It wasn't those speakers. In the 80s, cars didn't come with those speakers. It was a speaker in the back and one in the dash. We started cutting the doors, putting speakers in there, because you seen the surround sound better. So now after we did that shit for years and years and years, now you got how music look now. Like how they got the box, and they know what size box to make it, and like everybody just perfected everything, but it started off tearing the goddamn car up. I've just steered away from that. Like, so now when you see people with 30s, you got to change your suspension, you got to do some cutting, you're gonna have to disrespect that car to get them wheels on there. And if some kind of way a new goddamn style come out next year that the size might be 22 of regular tires, you got to undo all that shit. You got to get new fenders, because you done cut your fenders up. You done cut them, you done did all kind of stuff. So to get it back to the new style, whatever the new style is, you can't do it because you done already permanently disfigured the car. So all of that did, when you see it, you just be like, damn, this shit nice as hell, but you don't know the discipline that it take for me to not have somebody cut wheel wells. Okay, the tub I was telling you about. For me to get 13-inch lips or whatever lips to put on the back, all of this got to come out of there. I got to get tubs in here, and I got to shorten my rear end. Like, it's too much shit. All of that for some tires, like, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff I just stay clear of.
clean. Ain't wet like Aquafina. Pretty rims spinning down the block like a ballerina. Ride clean, ride dirty with my hand on the Nina. Middle finger to the law, motherfucker subpoena. I'm right.